Curacao 101, everything you need to know. Many people dream of a Caribbean getaway. When most people think of the Caribbean, names like Jamaica or Aruba inevitably come up. But there are so many other great islands you can choose to visit. One of the most amazing is Curacao. This island is situated in the southern part of the Caribbean and offers a unique mix of colonial influence, Dutch, Portuguese, and Spanish, and island lifestyle. Intrigued? Well, here are 10 of the best things to add to your Curacao itinerary. Number 1. Get acquainted with the history. Any trip to Curacao would not be complete without a stroll through this small island's very interesting history. The best place to start this journey is in Willemstad. This beautiful port town is not only the capital city of the island, but a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. That means strolling through the many districts within the port city, you will find wonderful historic sites. The city is sprinkled with them, everything from the Queen Emma Bridge to the Museum Kurahukanda. History lovers will be able to find some pretty unique and interesting insights into this island nation's history, both good and bad. For a truly historical visit, you cannot miss out on visiting one of the many plantations or landhoys on the island. Most of these stunning examples of colonial architecture have been transformed into tourist destinations like museums, craft stores, or hotels. Walking through them will give you a good look into the history and influence of the colonizing influences on the island. Stunning architecture is not the only thing that contributes to the history of Curacao. As we said, the districts are vital to get acquainted with the interesting history. Districts like Punta, Ortabanda, and Pietramay are all areas that should be explored. The history of this beautiful city, surrounded by a stunning azure harbor, would not be complete without some time spent on the forts on the island. If you are into military history, a stop at Fort Amsterdam, Riff Fort, or Fort Beakenberg should be on your list. Number 2. Taste the island's local cuisine. It should be no great surprise that one of the things most people remember about their island getaway to Curacao is the food and drink. After all, cocktails and the beach go hand in hand. Though seafood is a definite must, the unique mixture of culture gives this island a wealth of culinary adventures you can share with your friends and family via those jealously inducing Instagram pics. You'll find traditional Caribbean food with an influence of the colonizing nations and the enslaved people they brought with them, like stoba, a spicy goat meat and vegetable stew, as well as influences from the mainland, like the Venezuelan arepas. But of all the dishes we suggest you try, the national dish, Cuisine, is a must. Eating this dish, you'll get a crash course on the cultures that have melded together to make the island unique culture. It is a ball of cheese stuffed with a spiced meat mixture that includes onions, tomatoes, olives, and capers. It is baked and served for you steaming hot. Another dish that should be on top of your list to try is tutu. This polenta-like dish is savory and made even better by including black-eyed peas. For other foods, we highly suggest you check out the bitterballen, meatballs, oliebollen, donuts, and of course, anything with seafood. When you're enjoying a good meal, the best thing is to have a nice drink to go along with it. If you're looking to sample the local flavors of the island, that means one of two things: Curacao or agua de coco. You may want to stay hydrated during the warm days at the pool or lounging on the beautiful sandy beaches. What better way to do that than the sweet water from the tropical coconut fruit? For those looking for a fun night out or just an adult beverage to enjoy during dinner, a cocktail made with the famous liquor named for the island itself, Curacao, is a must. Crafted from the peels of the lahara, this liquor is the national drink of the island. Its unique blue color creates a wide variety of cocktails, so we are sure you'll be able to find one to meet your tastes. Number 3. Check out the street art scene. Along with the rich history from the multiple colonizing forces that landed on the island came a large influx of Jewish settlers in the late 17th century. At first though, the religion was not accepted, so it wasn't until 1732 that the first official synagogue was built. You can still visit this synagogue if you're interested in the island's Jewish culture. But another area that has a rich Jewish history is Scarloo. Dutch plantation owners originally settled in this area of the city as the influx of Jewish settlers found their way onto the island. This area soon became the central location for Jewish merchants. These merchants build large houses that are now home to some pretty amazing art. Though the architecture is a big draw because of its designation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, nowadays it is more about the incredible street art scene to be found there that draws people in. After long being overlooked, a group of artists got together and started a mural initiative to revitalize the neighborhood. This project, also known as Street Art Scalo, took the buildings in the center and throughout the district and painted giant murals across them. With the ever-increasing love of street art and some works of masterpieces that speak to the island's lifestyle, art lovers will love to stroll through these streets and stumble upon these epic works of art. Number 4. Explore the stunning beaches. You can't visit a Caribbean island and not get a little beach time in, and you're in luck because the beaches of Curacao are some of the most beautiful in our opinion. There are private beaches to choose from, all of which will cost you entry but are well worth it if you set your eyes on beautiful lagoons. Most of the beaches, as we said, are private, and you will find a fee of $6 to $15 for admission, but you'll be greeted with luxurious white sand beaches and picturesque turquoise water. The island's famous beaches, though, come each with their own personality. Maybe the most famous is Groot Knip. This beach is surrounded by beautiful cliffs and is home to a magnificent coral reef. For this reason, it is a perfect place to get your snorkel on. Porto Mari is another beach that many love to spend time at while visiting Curacao. This beach sits on the island's west coast and is home to a double reef. Another great activity is hiking through the unique terrain. This beach is the starting point for 3 major trails. Here, you can start the Cerro Mateo Trail, the Bird, and History Trails. These beaches are both stunning, but maybe the most popular lies about 10 miles from Willemstad. Blauwbaai is pretty commercial, but that's okay because it doesn't disturb the beach's natural beauty. Surrounded by beautiful green scenery, especially crystal clear waters, wildflowers, and iconic palm trees, you can snorkel, dive, and much more when you decide to spend the day here. We think you should at least spend one day lounging on one of these or any of the other amazing beaches we will discuss in the next 5 entries on our list. Number 5. Spend a day at a national park. This beautiful island nation is home to a wide range of different types of natural wonders. Many of these can be found in national parks. If you want to adventure through the lush green landscapes and climb the 375-meter Christoffel Mountain, then spending a day in the national park of the same name is a must. In this park, not only will you get to see the island's natural beauty, but take an amazing wildlife including the one-of-a-kind white-tailed deer. Plus, you will also be able to get a good viewpoint of the island for the mountain. Make sure you're there before 10 a.m. as the island tends to get warm, and it's not suggested to hike to the top of the mountain after this time. Of course, if you don't want to hike, you can always take one of the Jeep tours. Just know it's not free, and you'll have to pay $17 per person. Of course, maybe you're more of an ocean kind of outdoor adventurer, in which case Shete Boka National Park is more your speed. This national park that is located directly next to the Christoffel National Park sits on the island's north coast. Here you can take in beautiful sights of crashing waves, look into deep caverns, or hike along the bluffs to get even more amazing views. This national park is also great for taking in some wildlife, especially if you love turtles. Number 6. Tour the Hato Caves. If you're looking for a little last-minute excursion to kill some time before you hop your plane and head home, then the Hato Caves may be perfect for you. Located near the Curacao Airport, these caves are home to amazing stalactites, stalagmites, and stunning petroglyphs. Not only are these caves natural wonders to be home, but they have a rich history when it comes to the people of the tropical island. The local tribes used these caves as homes, and later, during the plantation era, slaves that escaped also used them as hideouts. Nowadays, for just $5 a person, you can take guided tours through the underground cave system. Well lit and with a clear path, the Hato Caves, though not an all-day excursion, are worth taking a little detour on your way to the airport. Number 7. Take in the wildlife. As you might have guessed, with such diverse landscape, you can take in a plethora of wildlife as you explore the underrated Caribbean island. From the sea turtles that find homes in the water surrounding it, to the wild flamingos that find their home on the Jancock Salt Lakes, you will be surprised at the stunning wildlife you can see here. There are multiple types of sea turtles that you can see on the beaches, or even at the Shete Boka National Park. But maybe one of the unique forms of wildlife to take in are the wild flamingos that find their home on the salt lakes of the island. At Janagak, you can stand on the observation deck and watch as the flamingos strut around and spread their wings over the salt lake. For those looking for a more controlled view of the Curaçao's wildlife, you may want to take a little time out to visit the Cuisine Aquarium. Here, you can see up-close and personal views of many islands' underwater creatures and learn about them. Traveling with a family? This could be a great excursion for you and the kids. Number 8. Dive into the crystal clear waters. Many people head down to the Caribbean or any island because they have a passion for scuba diving or snorkeling. The crystal clear waters of Curacao are perfect for this and offer plenty of free places for you to have amazing views. The great thing about taking an underwater adventure is that most of the sites that will afford you these stunning adventures can be reached via spectacular beaches that dot the coast on the island. You can swim with the waters of Playa Calqui and take in one of the most stunning coral reefs on the island. Or you can get over to Playa Pescado and swim with the sea turtles. So, if you're new to scuba diving or an experienced diver, you can take plenty of amazing dives. If you're looking for something a little more relaxed, we suggest you head to the island's eastern coast and take a little trip under the sea through the tugboat site. This shallow inlet is filled with coral and underwater life that will have you reaching for your waterproof camera at every turn. Number 9. Watch the sunrise and sunset. There are just some must-do things on a Caribbean vacation that no one can overlook. One of those, watching either the sunrise or sunset over the ocean. If you want to get the full effect, there are plenty of sunset cruises that you can book. This way, you get an unobstructed view of the beauty of the sun as it goes down over the turquoise waters of the Caribbean. For those visiting the island that are more of a land lover, you can always catch the sunrise or sunset from one of the many stunning beaches. Choose accordingly. If you're looking for a sunset, at the beach on the island's west coast would be perfect, and if you're looking for a sunrise, on the east coast would be better. Number 10. Take a day trip. Though the island itself is amazing and has many activities that can fill your Caribbean vacation itinerary very easily, you may still want to escape the crowds that amass on the main island. If you're looking for a place to get away and spend a little time, one of the best things to do is take a day trip out to Klein Curacao. The small island set up on the southern coast of Curacao has a quaint island feel. Here, you can weigh anchor and lounge on one of the beaches and dive under the water. Or you can sit on your boat and watch as dolphin pods glide by your boat and take in a little sun. This beautiful and unique island allows you a versatile option for stunning vistas and exciting adventures. When considering a Caribbean getaway, we hope we've helped put Curacao on your must-see list. That's it for today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more travel content.